It's July 9th, 2024. We're in the Shields pasture at Dakota Lakes Research Farm. And we're standing along a plot line here where we've got a different plot on the left and the right. On the left you can see a lot of native tall grasses growing. Not that tall yet, most of them. But this is mostly big blue stem. And we seeded that back in 2017 and then we reseeded it in 2019. So it's been 5 years since the most recent seeding. On the right, it's been treated the same except that it did not get seeded. And so you can see where we got good establishment here, we have a lot of big blue stem and a few other species too that we planted. And where we did not seed, you can see what Mother Nature put in here. The other thing is this pasture was dominated by exotic cool season grasses like smooth brome and Kentucky bluegrass. So we sprayed those out by using a spray early in the spring. Roundup is what we used. And you can see what Mother Nature moved in here over the years. And there's a lot of cheatgrass here. Some of those cool season grasses moved back in, the perennials like Kentucky bluegrass. There's some smooth brome and some crested wheatgrass in here again. We also see a lot of western ragweed. We also see a lot of native warm season grasses, but they're not the tall grasses that we planted. They're shorter grasses like blue grama and sand dropseed. Now as we walk down the line here, we're going to approach a part of the pasture that where we reapplied herbicide this spring. So now when we look at the area that was seeded to the tall grasses, we see not much besides the tall grasses because we wiped out those cool season grasses with herbicide this year. And so it kind of, to some extent it resembles a tall grass prairie that we might find in eastern South Dakota, even though we live right smack dab in the center of the state. Of course, it lacks the broadleaf diversity because the herbicide would have taken some of those out, and we haven't replaced them with seed here. When we look on this side, though, this is a side that got the same herbicide treatment but did not get seeded, and so here we've taken out the cheatgrass and the other invasive cool season grasses with herbicide, and what's left, it's a lot easier to see the native warm season species, but here they're shorter species. Right? Like I said earlier, they're the sand dropseed and the blue grama and the purple 3-on are predominantly what we see over here. And none of those were in the seed that we planted, so that's what Mother Nature filled in for us when we took out the exotic species.